It seems like over the past few weeks, the stories just get more crazier by the day. We are seeing a very desperate people act out in public. And we're going to have to be a lot more aware of our surroundings. But this attack, they didn't see this coming. And we're not going to always see everything coming. That's humanly impossible. But because of the system that we live in, there's a lot of dangerous people out here walking among us. People with rap sheets and a whole string of felonies walking around here. And they won't put these folks in jail because of who and what they are. And this guy is a really good example of this. Somebody that has a criminal record. They're dangerous, and they know in many cases these folks that are walking around here free are dangerous, but they let them stay out here and exist anyway. And he knew he was a violent felon, like many like himself. And they get to wander among us because they are hell-bent on not putting their own in prison, keeping them out at all costs. And this is the end result of it. Suspect in fatal Oakland BART stabbing is a violent felon on parole. I heard about this actually last night. And when I first saw the story, I couldn't do it. Sometimes these stories are just so over the top. It just takes me a while to internalize it and get beyond my emotions so that I can sit here and do it. You have to be some kind of beast with no soul to go out and stab a total stranger and walk away like it's nothing. You can't be human. You can't be. And don't come in my comment section trying to point out these false equivalents because I'm just going to erase it. Every time these stories come out, you got the trolls coming, well, what about Chicago? We're not talking about Chicago. And Chicago is not even among the top 10 worst cities. Get out of here with that crap. They always want to come with the false equivalents. Okay, so this attack occurred on a train, 1 p.m. local time in California. The authorities in San Francisco Bay Area says the man wanted in the fatal stabbing of a teenager, and she was only 18 years old, on a subway, was a violent felon on parole and probably should not have ever been out of jail, y'all. But in this society, like I said, there are many out here that are free and they really shouldn't be free. You know, just like someone had said to me many years ago, your biggest criminals are outside of the prison because, you know, in America, they got a whole bunch of people that have non-violent crimes locked up in the prisons, and felons like this dude, they're walking around free. Go figure. All right. So the authorities are looking for somebody that never should have been out of prison and on parole. But here you have this person. It says Cowell attacked the sisters, quickly stabbing them after they exited a train. They said it was unprovoked. Well, if they didn't even know who he was, I'm sure it was unprovoked. His name was John Cowell. And the surveillance show him after the attack fleeing the parking lot where he changed his clothes. And the sisters, the Wilson sisters, Nia was the one that died. They were two Black sisters, and Cowell is a known white supremacist. Well, there's nothing supreme about these folks. We know that. But this is sick. Just these people and everything going on out here in this climate of calling the police and everything. And, you know, you look at somebody like Cowell, now that's the one you should have been calling the cops on instead of worrying about a bunch of Black people that are just trying to live their lives. This young woman gone, and for what? And for what? What reason? You know, you're going to pay for robbing people out of their lives. There is a judgment waiting, and you can best believe I just pray the Most High grant me the opportunity to live to see it all unfold. But this young woman was 18 years old. She didn't get to be a wife, a mother, a grandmother because some wild animal that really should not have been out on the street robbed her of her future and all of her potential of what she could have been. And just casually walk away. And because of who he is and what he is in America, no one's going to stop him. So he committed this act and walked clean on out of there. It's a disgrace. And I saw the interview with the father. I didn't want to play it again because that, you know, one of my uncles died. Probably now about 20 years ago. And my grandmother was still living then. And she said she did not think she was going to be alive to see any of her children die. And for her to see one of them she lost one that was painful. And that is so true. And it doesn't matter what age, no parent want to see their child die, especially before them. You raise and you nurture and you love your children. You sure didn't raise them for this. You didn't. And I know this family want justice, but there is no amount of justice that's going to bring her back. She shouldn't be gone. She is not the one that should be dead. I pray for her and her family. This is a horrible thing to endure. Your parents now have to sit around and what they could have done differently that day so that she would not be on the train. I mean, it's normal to think like that. Could I have done something different? We don't know these things in advance. But that is painful for any parent to have to look down in the face of their dead child. And now you have to funeralize and bury your 18-year-old daughter that you thought was going to have a long, full life. And this animal decided just to get his rocks off to go up to a train station and rob someone out of their future. And for what? This makes me sick. Now you got this abomination on the loose that has the potential of hurting anybody. He doesn't care if you do this to someone. You don't give a damn about anyone. Do you know the sick part? Don't be shocked if they bring him in alive. Don't be surprised, y'all. He should do the world a favor. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell. And my prayers go out to the Wilson family for their loss. May the Most High bring them comfort in this difficult time and watch over them. Oh, Abba, you must avenge this. There's way too much injustice going on in this world. And the people in charge running things, they are never going to right the wrongs that are going on. They're not going to do it. It's not within them to do it. Peace, family.